there's definitely different.
Amber alert.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I was sitting on the couch on Monday watching the Panthers game. I was like, why do we still have to wait 2 more days? Yeah, it was a little too much time, I think. Everybody want to get into it.
What do you think is going to be the most important part of your game collectively tonight?
Play as the unit. I mean, I thought we play really defensive structure game against Nashville, so I think if we have a same mindset, we're going to be fine this playoff series as well.
Nikita, you played this Oilers team a lot during your time in Calgary. What's the key to shutting down their offense?
Stay out of the box and turnovers. I think those two main things. I mean, been hearing that from Daryl Sutter for the past 2 years. You know, he's really into the battle for Berta. So I think it was definitely a different atmosphere being on the Calgary side now, Vancouver side. It's the fans, I feel like, don't hate that much each other, but it's still a big rivalry. You know, the Western Canada for sure. So it's going to be exciting.
You think the hate can get there with a series like this?
Well, I mean, two competitive teams. You know, a lot of competitive guys on both sides. So I think it will be up there for sure.
Nikita, how important is it to be physical, but you have to not cross the line because of their power play is so good? I guess there's a fine line there?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a fine line in the playoffs. You know, you don't want to give other teams a chance to score a goal on them, especially their power play is super dangerous. They have world-class skill up there. So, yeah, we just got to be there between that line for sure.
Is it difficult starting a new series, like finding where that line is, or do you feel like you will take a game to kind of figure out how the refs are going to call this one?
Well, I mean, there's a rule book, so if you stay inside the rule books, you should be fine. We got two experienced referees today, Steve and Kyle, so I mean, we're expecting them to let us play hard, you know, but inside the rules. So it's a fair, hard game.
How can the size you guys have on your blue line help contain some of the Oilers' offense?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you get asked that them or forwards. I never play against. It's harder for me to play against smaller forwards personally because I'm a big guy. They're quicker than me and they can get inside of me. But us as forwards, it's probably harder for them to play against big defensemen. You know, the long sticks, bridge physicality, and all that. So, I mean, it's our style, our play for sure.
Two Canadian teams, how much fun is it? Because when you were in Calgary, that was a lot of fun, that series. How much fun is it when it's two Canadian teams?
Well, nothing beats the playoff atmosphere in Canada, I would say. I mean, we saw the first game here. I had tears during the national anthem, the emotions going through, and I played the games in Edmonton with the Calgary for playoffs. It was unbelievable atmosphere. They have a great fans too. So, I mean, Canada is definitely different. Look at how much media, the city is living into it. People, everybody have a flags on their cars, and my kids in the school, everybody dressed Canucks jerseys and all that. So it's definitely different culture in Canada compared to the United States in the playoffs.
Earlier when you talked about round one, you talked about your team's defensive structure. What are some of the areas of growth you've seen on your team's defensive side of the puck that you hope to use in this series against Edmonton?
It's just buying in from every guy in the room. I mean, I think there's definitely different.
Amber alert.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we got different skill groups in our team. Some guys more offensive gifted, some guys more defensive gifted. But in the playoffs, you got to put aside the stuff you would do in the regular season and then play as the team, a unit of 5 all the time on the ice. So I think to stay connected on the ice is a really big challenge for us.
You zoom in, you keep zooming in until you can't zoom in anymore.
I'm venture.
No, the Oilers are ready.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.